of Australian ponies, Welsh ponies, Australian riding ponies, Shetland. The name Fairlight Acres is synonymous with success with many, many ponies right throughout Australia. In fact, the Fairlight Acres name has been predominant here for over 50 years at the Melbourne Royal Show, and many of the ponies showing now still carry, of course, the breeding bloodlines of the Fairlight Acres stud. So, in memory of the wonderful man Peter Collins, who formed the Fairlight Acres Pony Stud back in 1962, we now present Class 49, our Fairlight Acres Trophy. Now, 3 judges officiating in this ring, in this class, will be Catherine Neal. A big welcome, Catherine. Lovely to have you here with us. Caroline Reid is also officiating for the Fairlight Acres Trophy. Caroline, of course, has been officiating over the last couple of days and very recently down there in Ring 2 in the Show Hunter Ponies. And a big welcome to Deanne Melrose. Now, at randomly drawn, Deanne Melrose is going to select the top 10 finalists for the Fairlight Acres Trophy. And meanwhile, down in Ring 2, we also have a very important event to be conducted down there. It's class number 94, the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. And this award is presented to the best show hunter pony not over 14 hands, which, in the opinion of the judges, shows the best show hunter pony qualities. Now, similarly to the Fairlight Acres Trophy, one judge of the 3 judges will be drawn randomly to select a top 10. Those top 10 ponies will then complete an individual workout. They will be judged by the 3 judges on a preferential system. And again, each exhibit will be judged for their manners, their paces, their conformation, their soundness, and overall performance. Now, Lindsay Pud McLean was a very accomplished rider here. He competed at the Melbourne Royal Show from 1964 right through to 1985. He won multiple riding events. He won the AG Hunter Smartest on Parade. He then moved into show jumping, where he was also very successful. And perhaps one of his most successful ponies that he showed was Tip Top, who won multiple prizes here at the Melbourne Royal Show, both under saddle and in harness. So the Lindsay Pud Memorial Trophy presented in honour of that wonderful, wonderful competitor. So 2 very important classes taking place now. Our Fairlight Acres Trophy in Ring 1 for our show ponies. Our Lindsay Pud Memorial Trophy for our show hunter ponies in ring number 2. Now, our judges in the Lindsay Pud Memorial Trophy will be Carol Hassel. Welcome, Carol. From Queensland, a big welcome to Amanda O'Sullivan, who has already been officiating here at the show, as has Alison Woodruff, our 3rd judge in the Lindsay Pud Memorial Trophy. And randomly drawn, Amanda O'Sullivan will be the judge who is going to select the top 10 ponies for their individual work to be judged by all 3 judges.
Well, for 2 of the most prestigious classes of the entire Melbourne Royal Show, we're of course going to bring them to you via live stream as well. So I'm just saying hello at the moment to our viewers who aren't with us here on Melbourne Showgrounds today. We wish you were here. We've actually got some pretty lovely weather at the moment. But of course, we're going to be bringing you these 2 classes. They happen to be on at exactly the same time. As Peter described, it's the Fairlight Acres Trophy for our saddle horses not exceeding 14 hands. Our 3 judges are ready to go. And as you can see behind me, a mighty lineup of these beautiful saddle ponies. And then if you look over into ring 2 in a moment, we'll be getting underway with our magnificent show hunter ponies as they compete for the prestigious Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. I'll be bringing you all of the commentary via our live stream in a moment, and you won't hear me out there in the grandstands. You'll just be listening to the dulcet tones and the knowledgeable encyclopedic brain of Peter Hegney. but our many competitors for these two prestigious historic trophies, and our three judges are ready to go. You see the lineup there on your big screens of the eligible competitors for the Fairlight Acres Trophy. It's presented to the best saddle pony not over 14 hands, which in the opinion of the judges shows show pony qualities. Melbourne Royal have nominated their three judges, one of which will be randomly drawn to select the top 10. And the finalists will each complete a workout to the three judges. The winner and runner-up will be chosen from the top 10 with a preferential system, and each exhibit will be judged on their manners, paces, conformation, soundness and performance. The competition is eligible for mares and geldings only, with a winner and runner-up ineligible for championship. Well, the Fairlight Acres Pony Stud, as many of you know, was formed by the late Peter Collins in 1962 in Kerrang here in Victoria. The first stallion brought by Peter was Natai Fairlight, which helped inform the stud's name Fairlight Acres, and since then the stud had numerous stallions stand with huge success. Breeders of Australian ponies and Welsh ponies, Australian riding ponies and Shetlands will know the Fairlight Acres name has been a predominant feature in the winner's circle at the Melbourne Royal Show for over 50 years, and can still be found in the breeding lines of a lot of today's top ponies. Well, you see them on the circle now. What a sight to see. I mean, you're kind of torn, right? It'd be great to be judging it. Same time, it'd be awful to be judging this class. The quality is really spectacular. We'll see the presentation of a trophy rug from Carlana Stud, a gift voucher from Tough Rock, and of course, the beautiful garland and sash, as well as rosettes for third place through till 10th. It's the first time we've run this as a top 10 style, pretty unique when it comes to the Royal Show circuit, as many of you will know, but this is really a testament to the Melbourne Royal Horse Committee's commitment to making sure that really quality horses are attracted to compete here and that they are recognised thus.
Well, with the lovely Lindsay Douglas down there doing the live streaming, we're currently watching in ring number 1 the first heat of our Fairlight Acres Trophy, and what a wonderful, wonderful collection of ponies we have in this. This is for our best pony under 14 hands, to be judged by 3 judges. Our first judge, who's officiating at the moment, who has selected randomly of the 3 to select the top 10 ponies, is Deanne Melrose. Meanwhile, down there in Arena 2, of course, we're judging the Lindsay Pud Memorial Trophy, and our judge who's been chosen to choose our top 10 down there is Amanda O'Sullivan. Well, over the years, we've had some wonderful winners of our Fairlight Acres Trophy. Back in 2019, of course, the last time we conducted a show here in Melbourne, the winner on that occasion was Whiteacre Black Diamond. In 2018 and 2017, the award was taken out by Francesca Christie with Pemberley Dior. So some lovely ponies have certainly taken this very prestigious award for the Fairlight Acres Trophy.
As you can see, the judge who was selected, and Peter Hegney may have just mentioned it then, he's on the broadcast and on the live stream, but I can't necessarily hear all of it here in the main arena, so you'll have to bear with me if I'm a little repetitive, my apologies. But that's Deanne Melrose, my apologies, who is the judge responsible for selecting the top 10. We'll also see Deanne out here for our Gary Owen equestrian turnout, the Pemberton KG Luke turnouts, and the Providence Cup for our hacks later on in the show. And you can see our steward there. Well, I can see the steward there pointing to those exhibits that have caught her eye. Since the age of 7, Deanne has been involved with showing horses. And in the beginning, it was a real family affair with her parents, Jim and Beth Melrose, and her 3 sisters, all showing from the open rings. Right through to the classes like the horse with the longest tail at their local gymkhanas and horse shows. And they quickly moved through the ranks to qualifying for Sydney Royal, Royal Adelaide, Melbourne Royal shows, and brought home multiple wins, broad sashes, placings, and champion Galloway sashes as well. By the time Deanne was a young adult, she'd been a very successful competitor in open classes, from hacks down to Shetlands and every height in between, at the Northern Royal, at the Ekka, Sydney Royal Easter Show in Melbourne as well, both the summer and the traditional September show that we're enjoying now. Across to the Royal Adelaide and then down over the sea to Hobart Royal, she'd had successes at all of them. And they'd been really grassroots competitors who embraced a lot of changes in the show ring over the years, the Melrose family. They imported one of the first riding pony stallions, their family, with Heath Rose Henry back in the 70s. And then 3 more riding ponies in the early 80s. Deanne rode Heath Rose Henry when he won the coveted Riding Pony Supreme Ridden exhibit at the inaugural Riding Pony pageant. And she piloted Champagne Quarista to countless agricultural champion ridden open ponies and top 10 finalists at Barristock too. Well, over the years, their show team had successful newcomers and show hunters, and represented the state at nationals with some of their horses like Masquerade, Petit Cheval, St John's Wood, Rubens, Warrenwood Monarch, Fairway Rory, Dresden Park Rambo, the likes of her personal favourite when I was chatting to Deanne recently, Grand Cheval, or Bill to his friends. And more recently, Deanne has produced horses from off the track and off the stud for her dad and herself and her girls, Tori and Candy. And they've produced and successfully shown Shetlands and miniature turnouts, ponies, leading rein, junior turnouts, Galloways, both open and show hunter, through to hacks, open and show hunters, newcomers, senior turnouts, and even side saddle. And actually, Deanne says one of her real successes has been in the side saddle space, where it's brought her so much joy. She said the elegance and the art of side saddle is something to think about. And the late Queen, she said, she thinks they had something in common in there, just sheer love of the art of side saddle. And judging has taken her from the Ekka to Hobart Royal, Western Australia, the Highgain Masters, Equitana, and this is actually her 3rd appointment at Melbourne. She's also, interestingly, I always like finding out something a bit non-horsey about our horse competitors and judges, and that is that Deanne was a successful arts and crafts competitor here at the show. Did really well with her fruitcake in the Vassar fruitcake competition. And she was saying it's just such an honour to be back here at Melbourne Royal, and a privilege, of course, to be appointed as one of this year's Gary Owen judges on Monday.
Well, Lindsay Douglas, I see you've set up office down there for your live streaming. Well done between the 2 rings. You're going to have your work cut out down there. But I know in the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy down there, you have the judges Carol Hassel, Amanda O'Sullivan, and Alison Woodruff officiating there, with Amanda O'Sullivan being the randomly drawn judge of the 3 to select the top 10 to compete for an individual workout. In the meantime, down here in the Fairlight Acres Trophy, Deanne Melrose is choosing her top 10 competitors for the individual workout. Now, in the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy over the years, again, we've had some wonderful winners. At 2019 Melbourne Royal Show, Owendale Beasting was the winner. And again, in 2018 and 2017, it was the same pony, Bambra Giselle, the pony of Michelle Labarnes, who was the winner of the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy on those 2 years. So some lovely ponies, and again, I see you have a wonderful, wonderful field down there of show hunter ponies. They're competing for the best show hunter pony under not exceeding 14 hands. In ring 1, we have, of course, the Fairlight Acres Trophy for the best show pony not exceeding 14 hands.
You can't necessarily see it on the live stream right now, but the top 10, I believe, has now been chosen. I'm just counting over there by Amanda O'Sullivan. In fact, yes, she has chosen her top 10. And Amanda, many of you will know Amanda. She's a smiling face, judging so many competitions around Australia. Was born into a racing family, so her love of horses started really young. Started riding when she was only 7 and then turned her attention to the show ring. Has had a lot of success at royal and national levels, with her biggest achievement in the show ring winning champion small show hunter hack in 2015 at Grand Nationals on her beloved Vale Royal Giorgio. He also went on to win the Child's Show Hunter hack and then take out Grand Champion Child's Show Hunter of the show. And their success continued on to Sydney Royal, taking out Champion Ridden Answer. And as a judge, he's currently state level qualified with Show Horse Council, EFA, riding pony judge, and has been all over the Macquarie Bank Hack Championships, Victorian Masters, New Zealand Show Horse Council Horse of the Year. And Amanda's really interest in riding ponies has led her to become the Queensland Representative Committee member, and more recently the chair of the Queensland branch, putting together a new organisation, United Equestrian Australia, and very excited for its future, Amanda tells me.
We're currently judging the second heat of this wonderful Fairlight Acres Trophy in Arena 1 under Deanne Melrose. Now down there in Arena 2 in the show hunter ring with the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. Looks like our judge down there, Amanda Sullivan, may have selected her top 10 ponies, all to compete for an individual workout. And our 3 judges in each ring will then move in and officiate and score their preferences in a preferential judging system. Our judges in the Fairlight Acre Trophy, Catherine Neal, Caroline Reid and Deanne Melrose. In the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy, it's Carol Hassel, Amanda O'Sullivan and Alison Woodruff.
Well, in the Lindsay Pud McLean Trophy class, we have actually got our first competitor working out right now, and I know you can't see it on your screen, so it's probably a little bit irritating that I'm going to share the details with you, but after the completion of the Fairlight Acres Trophy, which will take less time than the Lindsay Pud McLean Trophy, we will be bringing you the remainder of this class, so I just want to keep you up to date. This is catalogue number 1953 that's working out first.
Now there is a predetermined workout that has been set for the McLean Trophy, and if you like, I'll just run through that with you. Our judges have asked for the competitors to walk away from the judge, trot on up the centre line and half circle right, trot down the short side and turn across the diagonal and change the rein, canter on left and half circle to the left centre change to the right rein and circle right, change back to the left rein and canter to the top of the arena, and then a hunter gallop around the arena past the judge to the top right corner, where they're asked to come back to a half circle, back to the canter, and then trot back to the judge and halt, and return to the line on a long rein. And again, in this hunter pony class, of course, judges will be looking for a smooth, calm workout. They are hunter ponies. They are expected to perform smoothly and calmly and give their riders a good ride. And I'm sure we're going to see that with our top 10 contenders for this class. In the Fairlight Acres Trophy being conducted in Ring 1, competitors in this ring with a predetermined workout are being asked to enter at a working trot along the right short side of the arena. They then do a half circle and change rein through the centre. They have a lengthened trot on the diagonal. They then commence the working canter halfway on the short side. They change rein through the centre with an optional change. Competitors are then asked to lengthen the canter along the long side of the arena. They commence the working trot halfway along the short side. Then with a working trot along the long side, they commence the walk and exit the arena with a free walk on a long rein to the left of the arena. So that is the workout that has been specified by our judges for the Fairlight Acres Trophy.
Well, this is 370 on your screens now. It's Royalwood Enchanting, owned by Mrs. Catherine Gale, Margot Haynes and David Quayle. The exhibitors here as well, side by Royalwood Boy Soprano and the Dan Colbeach Chanting. Well, on your screens now, you're watching the workout of catalogue number 1279. It's Pemberley Whisper, the gelding exhibited by Amelia Petrie, side by Danehill Royal Bow and out of Heldon Park Petite. Again, I appreciate it's not on your screen at the moment, but 1931 is competing in the show hunter class, the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. It's Stephanie and Tess O'Connor and Alexandra Buster Jones's nomination of Spotlight. And on your screens in the Fairlight Acres is 1516 in the catalogues. It's Tonya Taylor's nomination, owned by her daughter Elizabeth Taylor of Elizabeth Farm Miss Bassie. The Black Mare, side by Royalwood Boy Soprano and out of Willowcroft Miss Saigon. Working out now in the Fairlight Acres Trophy is catalogue 371. It's Amy Munro, her nomination of Wingara Choir Boy. Gelding, side by Oak Vale Serenade. And the dam is Wingara Velvet Brown. In the Lindsay Pud McLean Trophy, we're currently seeing the workout of the pretty chestnut gelding exhibited by Charlie Latham of Rivington Sunday Secret.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, while Lindsay Douglas is down there working very hard to bring the live streaming to those people who are watching at home or watching on tablet elsewhere, we're currently judging the Fairlight Acres Trophy final here in Ring 1 for our show ponies, our finer, lighter boned, more elegant ponies, those ponies which are really bred to be show ponies, most of them having riding pony blood in them, but of course certainly not essential, but no doubt most of them will have. Conversely, down there in Arena 2, where we're judging the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy, we are judging our show hunter ponies down there for the best show hunter pony, not exceeding 14 hands. And again, we have our ponies of a little more substance, a little more bone, a little heavier type of ponies, those ponies that theoretically could go hunting for a day if required. As I mentioned earlier, that's highly unlikely it's going to happen with our show hunter ponies, of course, but it is one of the stipulations. So our judges down there will be looking for the ponies that have a wonderful temperament, that look like they're giving the riders a lovely, comfortable ride. And again, ponies of quality, but ponies that do have just that little more substance and bone, a little heavier than the ponies competing in the Fairlight Acres Trophy for those miniature thoroughbreds, the lighter type of ponies.
Well, on your screens, this is 937, Britt Holmberg's nomination of Ascot and Marie, and they're side by Ascot Classic Silk. And the dam is Ascot Lisa Marie. Over in our show hunter ring with the Lindsay Pud McLean Trophy, it's Monica Cross's nomination working out now, MG Evangeline. We just love celebrating the history out here at the show, and things like the Lindsay Pud McLean Trophy are just such a good way to recognise those exhibitors and individuals that have had a profound impact on the history of this event. 174 years this year, it's no mean feat. And Pud was, of course, an accomplished rider, competed from 1964 through to 85, won everything from the AG Hunter Smartest on Parade to show jumping arena. He had a successful pony well known to many called Tip Top, who took out many prizes under saddle and in harness. Well, it's 1046 working out at the moment in the show hunter ring, which is Taylor Arnott's nomination of Fontaine Park Sir Harvey. And over with our saddle horses, I'll just get this number. It's 594 on your screens. That's Whiteacre Black Diamond, owned by Vicky Pisciotta. And the Hayes and Bellman families connections there too, side by Royalwood Boy Soprano and out of Heldon Park Petite. On your screens now is 1422. It's Bianca Bywater's nomination of Argyle Tango in the Night, owned by Anthony Bywater. And Bianca Bywater, a gelding side by Fernley, fine print, and out of Coal Beach Song. Well, as you know, it's a panel of 3 judges judging our top 10 at the moment in the Fairlight Acres Trophy. Caroline Reid is one of the 3 judges. And interestingly enough, Caroline was a relative latecomer to the world of showing. You could just hear the horse from the show hunter head past me then. I hope you caught the sound anyway, so you can feel like you're part of the action out here. And she really only started competing when she was about 16, and that just made cracking the wins so much sweeter. She wasn't born into a horsey family, but her older sister loved horses, and her older sister bought this very unruly 18-month-old Palomino colt, and that was their beginner's first horse. And he was promptly gelded and eventually broken in. The horse and the sister didn't really get along, so Caroline took over and went on to win a championship under saddle with him at the Palomino State Titles. And he didn't really have enough quality to mix it with the best Galloways of the day, and he was a coloured horse, and back in those days that was a bit of a no-no, but he was still really beautiful, and his name was Major at home. He was buried on the property that Caroline owns, the Yarra Valley, and lived up until the ripe old age of 37. She gave up competitive riding for a little while and worked on behind the scenes with conditioning and preparation and presentation of show horses, and still feels to this day that that's so important to the overall success of horses. But absolutely looks back on her years in the ring with immense pride. And you'll remember some of the horses that were exhibited by Caroline, the likes of Rule, Tonic, Marinda Eyeliner, of course Flirting, her favourite horse of all time, multiple Royal Show and Horse of the Year Championship winner, and was really a member of the family. And it's just been a joy to get to know Caroline, I have to say, over the last few days here at the show. Well, on your screens now in the Fairlight Acres Trophy is 453, and that's Michelle Painter's nomination of Waterford Park Premier's Boy, the chestnut gelding side by Royalwood Boy Soprano and out of Waterford Park Premier. Well, our third judge on the panel here in the Fairlight Acres Trophy is Catherine Neal. And she's just returned back from LA. She travels all over the world for work. And I said to her, how are you going to go with the jet lag? She said, I'll be fine. I'm used to it. And her riding career began at a very early age, starting out at Pony Club, as so many do, showing as a junior, coming up through the ranks from ponies to hacks, and becoming really passionate, particularly about showing thoroughbreds. Her family were very involved with the racing industry, so training and owning and breeding their racehorses. And she's always naturally been attracted to a beautiful thoroughbred. And over the years, she's trained and shown numerous off-the-trackers to royal level and has taken out Champion Lady Rider at Canberra Royal, done well in riding classes at Melbourne, at Sydney as well, Barristock Horse of the Year, and Show Horse Council titles as well. Of course, at the top of all of those achievements would be winning the prestigious Gary On back in 2017 on SLN Mercedes. Who could forget? And all of that success has taken her around the world with Horse of the Year shows and royal shows, where she's been invited to judge everywhere from New South Wales to South Australia, Western Australia and Queensland. He's an international flight attendant, but was telling me the other day, it's so important when we talk about our riders to talk about the teams behind the scenes. We've been making sure when we interview everyone out here that we say, hey, who's the team back in the stables we want to shout out to? So that's our panel of judges here for the Fairlight Acres Trophy. Well, this is catalogue number 144, working out. It's BR Show Team's nomination, owned by Alexia Fraser of Willowcroft Epiphany, the Bay Mare. Rosedale Lords, Willowcroft Africa is the breeding.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us, we are currently live streaming both our classes being conducted at the moment. The Fairlight Acres Trophy in the northernmost ring in Ring 1, and in ring number 2, it's the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. Just a reminder of our judges in each ring. In the Fairlight Acres Trophy, it's Catherine Neal. She's joined by Carolyn Reid and Deanne Melrose. In the Lindsay McLean Memorial Trophy, it's Carol Hassel, Amanda O'Sullivan and Alison Woodruff. And a big welcome to our judges officiating at the Melbourne Royal Show this year. Of course, one of the most prestigious awards, one of the most prestigious shows for any judge to judge at is the Melbourne Royal Show. And we certainly appreciate having the expertise of those judges who are officiating here this year. Well, Lindsay Douglas down there, in your setup or your office setup down there on ground, it's going to be a pretty close contest, isn't it, to see which class of these two finishes first and which announcement we can make firstly. But we'll wait and see as we draw two near a conclusion for both of these classes. Our show ponies in ring 1, our show hunter ponies in ring 2, being judged for the best show hunter pony under 14 hands, or the best show pony in ring 1, also not exceeding 14 hands.
You might have caught on the back of your screens just then Owendale Beasting, a previous winner of the Pud Trophy, the Lindsay Pud McLean Trophy, and just did a workout then, so it'll be interesting to see if they take out more than one Lindsay Pud McLean trophies here, but you would have just seen that in the background. Meanwhile, over in our saddle pony ring, just going to try and capture that number again because my goldfish brain escapes me. I saw the number for a fleeting moment. It's 750. You're watching the workout. And that is Marinda Mr. Matinee, the chestnut gelding of Julie Crisp's nomination, signed by Royal Wood Boy Soprano. And the dam, Rutherwood Matinee. Well, you see our top 10 move forward now. And our judges will be putting their scores together. Then the stewards will collate the three judges' scores or rankings. And that will give us our official winner of the Fairlight Acres Trophy. Well, you can see that the top 10 of both classes are lined up. The judges, 3 judges in each class, are making their final assessments and rankings. And we look forward to the presentation of both the Lindsay Pud McLean Trophy and the Fairlight Acres Trophy. Now, Raymond Butler, you've been stewarding the Fairlight Acres Trophy class today. What an honour that is.
Yes, it's been a great pleasure to do that. It's such a great event for all the competitors to come out here and get a run around the arena, and I look forward to seeing who's going to be the winner.
We've been telling the story of Peter Collins and the Fairlight Acres stud and the brand and the impact that the sires that he had there had on the showing world, but you know all too well the impact they had.
Yes, I was fortunate enough to meet Peter a long time ago. Peter was one of the people you meet that you never forget. He was such a generous man. He gave me ponies to show, to breed from, and I was very successful, and quite a few of my brood mares that I've got are actually Fairlight Acres breeding.
How important is it for the heritage of the Fairlight Acres name to carry on through a class of this quality and so popular, the volume of entries?
Yes, it's good to see because, like, you know, I believe he was before his time with a lot of his saddle ponies. They were quality ponies. A lot of them were Australian ponies, but they actually were more of a riding pony type. And they, as I said, like I've shown quite a few. We've had quite a numerous champion royals with them. And it's good to see the bloodlines are still going.
Give me a little bit of the CV of some of those successes related to the stud.
Well, one of the ponies I first actually ever won a championship with was a little grey pony called Fairlight Acres Duchess, and she was champion at Adelaide Royals. She won our Barrostock, and she was only 11-2. And I've actually still got her, and she's 35, still at home.
Extraordinary longevity, and what a career as well, particularly being of that size.
Yes, like she was, you know, like a very cute little grey pony that, you know, could get across the ground, carry a saddle, and had 3 good paces.
Raymond, just coming back to the broader event here for a moment, it's been far too long without a Melbourne Royal. What does it mean to be back here, to be part of the community, the horse community here at this event?
Oh, it's been really good. Like, you know, I suppose the last 2 years have been a blanket for all of us. You know, like we didn't think we were going to be in lockdown for as long as we did, but it's great to see that everyone's still out there doing it.
Well, we'll allow you to get ready for the presentation now. Raymond Butler, thank you for your words.
Thank you very much.
Well, Lindsay Douglas, I now have the numbers of the top 10 ponies in the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. And if anyone has a program would like to make a note of these by number only, of course, are the top 10. Well, in fact, if our judging has now been completed, and it has, and our scores have been given by our judges, which I believe has already been completed, I will run through the numbers and the horses that in fact made the top 10 in the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. In numerical order, top 10 ponies were number 191, Laureate Breaking Dawn, number 414, Rivington Sunday Secret, number 759, Owendale Beasting, number 1046, Fountain Park Sir Harvey, number 1474, MG Evangeline, number 1723, Monte Cristo V, 1770, Bambra Jeune, number 1817, Kalana Spring Chatter, number 1931, Spotlight, and number 1953, Temry Park Prince Charles. They are the top 10 ponies in the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy.
Well, you can take the bets off now, Peter Hegney, because the class lining up first for a presentation is the prestigious Lindsay Pud McLean Trophy. And what a lineup of show hunter ponies that is, not exceeding 14 hands. It is really a magnificent rainbow of horseflesh out here. And our red coats lined up too. Great to see the ladies out here as our red coats. Extraordinary horsewomen in their own right. We've got some young horses out here that are first-time red coaters, and they're doing a spectacular job. And we have the ribbons ready for presentation. Three judges, 6 eyes. Carol Hassel, Alison Woodruff and Amanda O'Sullivan. They had a huge lineup of horses. 10 were selected by Amanda O'Sullivan. 3 judges now have separately scored them. What will the results be? Well, as we await the scores to come through, Carol Hassel judging a class of this quality. Your high-level thoughts?
They were all very well behaved, moved very well, and it was a tough class.
No doubt it was a joy to watch. Alison Woodruff, day 3 of judging for you. Your thoughts?
It was a great class. Yeah, hard to choose the difference between them, but no, lovely quality ponies, good types, and a pleasure to judge.
Amanda O'Sullivan, welcome to Melbourne Royal. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Really, I mean, what a joy to see a class of this quality.
Yes, a very super class to start off with. It was very strong, and yeah, trying to pick the first top 5 was very difficult.
Well, we have the beautiful rug here, the trophy rug that is supported by Michelle McLean, and I'm going to try and hold it straight for you so you can see it on the big screen there. But it is the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy rug, and a little more useful than a silver trophy. You get to use this every day, and just a real testament to a man who is an extraordinary competitor here at Melbourne Royal Show. I'm here with Steve McLean, who's making the presentation of the lovely rug here today. And now, for those who didn't get the opportunity to meet Pud, he had a lot of great times out here in this ring.
I believe so.
A lot of success across multiple pursuits in the horse ring.
I believe so.
Alison Woodruff, one of our judges here. Your journey with horses, where did it all begin?
At Mullen Valley Pony Club many, many years ago when I was a little girl.
Where is Mullen Valley Pony Club, and who was the first precious pony that got you started?
Don Vale, Templestowe area in Victoria. My first pony was Emmy. She was a stubborn little thing. She was about 27 years old and wouldn't join into the games because I couldn't get her to go. That was my start. I come from a very non-horsey background, one of 4 girls, but I was the only one that somehow I was just besotted with horses from a little girl.
I love that you had a difficult pony that was just saying, get off me, I'm not into it, can't be bothered. Alison, when you moved on from, you know, your gymkhanas and your pony club and that sort of thing, where was your first big success and who was it with?
So what got me into the showing is I started having riding lessons as a junior from June James, and that got me started. One of my biggest wins as a junior was champion junior rider at the Royal Adelaide Show. That was a big thrill for me, and yeah, just kept going. Not so much these days getting out to compete. I still ride a lot. Sometimes the motivation with the competition is not quite there like it used to be, but I'm very passionate about coming out here. Beautiful show horses, lovely to judge. I really enjoy it.
And I love asking this question, who is your heart horse?
My heart horse is probably my current one, and it's not that he's a great show horse. He's just a dear horse. We bred him, and he's a little unicorn. I love him. A few shows I've done, not many with him, but he's just a great horse to ride, and at my time in life, that's the most important thing to me. Yeah.
Beautiful. This is Alison Woodruff, one of our panel of judges in the Lindsay Pud McLean Trophy, and has been judging with us for 3 days now. Yeah. It's a long day, isn't it?
It is a long day, and I've got a few more to go.
It's an honour, but I'll tell you what, you're on your feet and you're looking at a lot of horses, and you've got to make some absolutely minute decisions around champions and reserve champions.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of the classes are tough. Like this one was tough because, as Amanda said, you know, the first 5 or 6 horses, there's not much between them. So it's little things, little differences. You have to get very picky.
The wonderful Alison Woodruff here in our panel of judges, and we look forward to bringing those results. Of course, they take a bit of time to tally because we have 3 judges here with this Show Hunter trophy, and then we have 3 judges on the other side with the Fairlight Acres Saddle Pony trophy. The numbers have to be collated. Sometimes it does come down to split marks, and sometimes when it's even, there is a count back done with a presiding judge, and well, it's interesting arithmetic, and I'm glad I'm not doing it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the very prestige awards for the Melbourne Royal Show for 2022 is the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. Named after a very, very successful rider here at the Melbourne Royal Show, Lindsay, or Pud McLean as he was well known. He competed here at the Melbourne Royal Show from 1964 right through to 1985. He won multiple riding events. He won the AJ Hunter Smartest on Parade. He competed successfully in show jumping as well, and he had a wonderful pony by the name of Tip Top, who won multiple prizes here at the show, both under saddle and in harness. And this memorial trophy given in memory of Pud McLean. Ladies and gentlemen, just once more, I will run through for you our top 10 contenders chosen by an individual judge and then judged independently by 3 independent judges. Our top 10 ponies were, for our best show hunter pony, not over 14 hands, number 191, Laureate Breaking Dawn. Number 414, Rivington Sunday Secret. Number 759, Owendale Beasting. Number 1046, Fountain Park Sir Harvey. Number 1474, MG Evangeline. Number 1723, Monte Cristo V. Number 1770, Bamberjeune. 1817, Kalana Spring Chatter. 1931, Spotlight. And 1953 is Tamri Park Prince Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, I can announce to you the winner of this very prestigious Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy is competitor number 1046. It's Fountain Park Sir Harvey and Taylor Arnott. Congratulations, Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy winner. And with that goes a trophy rug, and the event is very kindly supported by Michelle McLean. The presentation to be made by Mr. Stephen McLean. Thank you very much, Michelle, for your great support of our Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. But our winner, our champion, Fountain Park Sir Harvey and Taylor Arnott.
Well, as it's all going on over here with the beautiful broad sash and then the garland being presented, Taylor, what a moment. Share it with us.
I'm speechless. He is, one special boy, and I'm very honoured to be out here with such a beautiful lineup. Yeah, I can't. He's amazing.
He sure is, and I'll tell you what, he's impressed 3 of the finest judges in all of Australia. What a great moment, boys and girls in the crowd, that you're getting to witness right now.
And Lindsay, we also, of course, have a reserve champion, and the reserve champion in the Pud McLean Memorial Trophy, it goes to competitor 1953. It's Tamri Park Prince Charles and Ebony Lee. Congratulations, having a wonderful show, a reserve in the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy.
Well, the very successful Tamri Park team, Lee girls, young Ebony on board, and that red broad sash looking just lovely there on her bay show hunter pony. Ebony, as the presentation of the ribbon is occurring, I'll hand you the microphone to tell us a little bit about Prince Charming.
Prince Charles is by a very special mare to me who has just passed away. Don't you chew that? She was one of the mares who qualified me for Grand Nationals first time. He's by an imported stallion, so very happy to be here today riding him.
A special lineage and congratulations to you. Oh, the talented Tamri Park team and the gorgeous Ebony Lee aboard Prince Charles. Tamri Park, Prince Charles taking reserve champion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as they do their lap of honour, give your congratulations and appreciation for our winner of the Lindsay Pud McLean Memorial Trophy. It is competitor 1046. It's Fountain Park Sir Harvey and Taylor Arnott, a reserve champion, Tamri Park Prince Charles and Ebony Lee. Come on, Melbourne. Want to see some hands clapping out there. Wonderful effort by our champion. A lovely, lovely pony indeed. Our best show hunter pony, not exceeding 14 hands. It's Fountain Park Sir Harvey.
Well, as we prepare for the next presentation, I've just found the glorious Margie White on the ground here. Margie, you can't get away from me now. We've already got a camera on you. You and I, young lady, you and I were talking about your many successes in the ring here, starting out when?
2.5.
2.5 years old in, I'm guessing, a leading rein class.
Shetty class.
In a shetty class. And stewarding for how long?
35 years.
35 years. And between being 2.5 years old and 35 years ago when you began stewarding, you've competed so enormously successfully. I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you the tough question. The biggest or most important win here at Melbourne Showgrounds?
Probably reserve saddle pony.
And who was that with?
Green Valley Chiquita.
Thank you for having a chat to me today, Margie White, a glorious member of the stewarding fraternity here on the grounds.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have another very important award, of course, to be made down here in ring number 1. It's for the Fairlight Acres Trophy, named in honour of Mr. Peter Collins, who formed the Fairlight Acres Pony Stud back in 1962. And Peter's breeding and the Fairlight Acres name is so well known through many show ponies still competing at Melbourne Show, right throughout the country, in fact. And this is given as a tribute to Peter Collins and his Fairlight Acres Pony Stud. Before we make the announcement, I will run through for you our top 10 contenders. In numerical order, our top 10 were 144, Willowcroft Epiphany; 370, Royalwood Enchanting; 371, Wingana Choir Boy; 594, Whiteacre Black Diamond; 453, Waterford Park Premier's Boy; 750, Marinda Mr. Matinee; 937, Ascot Anne Marie; 1279, Pemberley Whisper; 1422, Argyle Tango in the Night; and 1516, Elizabeth Farm Miss Bassie. They are our top 10 finalists in the Fairlight Acres Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Fairlight Acres Trophy, which carries a first prize of $250 and a rug presented by Raymond Butler from Kalana Stud, also supported by Tough Rock Proprietary Limited. Champion is competitor 370. It's Royalwood Enchanting. Nomination of Catherine Gale, Margot Haynes and David Quayle, and ridden by Margot Haynes. Reserve champion pony at the Adelaide Royal Show, now winner of the Fairlight Acres Trophy here in Melbourne.
Well, Raymond Butler making the presentation here to Margot Haynes, the jockey aboard our champion, Royalwood Enchanting. What a tough class today. Multiple heats down to the top 10. But we have a champion in the Fairlight Acres Trophy today. What a splendid workout it was.
And one of our 3 judges, Diane Melrose, who selected the top 10 ponies, making the presentation to Margot as well, that wonderful garland. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a reserve, of course, and a reserve champion in the Fairlight Acres Trophy goes, in fact, to the winner in 2019. It's Whiteacre Black Diamond, nomination of Hazen Bellman, owned by Vicky Pisciotta. And a very big congratulations down there to Whiteacre Black Diamond, our reserve in the Fairlight Acres Trophy.
Well, as the presentation is being made to our gorgeous reserve champion here, Margot Haynes, we'd love to hear a few words about this horse.
She's had a very good run. We got her, or the owner, Catherine Gale, bought her as a yearling, and we've had her ever since. And I have to say, Catherine's son's getting married today. She never misses a horse show, but she had to today. But I bet you she's still watching.
Just a glorious workout that we enjoyed on the live stream earlier today. For those not entirely a fay with Royalwood Enchanting's great success leading up to today, share some of the highlights.
Yeah, she was a winner at the Grand Nationals last year, and then a couple of weeks ago, she was champion at Adelaide Show, which was her first Royal Show due to COVID. But yeah, so this is her second Royal Show, but she's getting better all the time. So yeah, she's good. Thank you.
Well, I hope Catherine's watching this sneakily at the wedding on the live stream. Wouldn't that be great?
So, big congratulations to our Fairlight Acres Trophy champion winner. It is Royalwood Enchanting and Margot Haynes, a reserve champion, Whiteacre Black Diamond, and Chanel Hunter Cook, the nomination of Hazen Bellman, and owned by Vicky Pisciotta. Congratulations to our champion and our reserve. Congratulations to all our 10 finalists. Because, of course, to make top 10 here in a class as prestigious as Fairlight Acres Trophy is something of which all competitors, I'm sure, are very proud. Well done to all of you, but a big congratulations to our winner, and it's Royalwood Enchanting.
I'm here with the reserve champion jockey and Linda Hayes. Tell us about our remarkable reserve champion.
Well, I was lucky enough, as I said, in 2019 to win it with Diamond, so she's very consistent. And she has got a new owner, which is Caroline Bellman, and the mare's staying with me, which is lovely. I've had her since she was a 2-year-old. So she just gives and gives, and I'd like to really thank Raymond Butler for sponsoring this and the RAS for putting on a beautiful open class for us to win on our ponies, because we're little.
Beautifully said, Linda. Always a gracious competitor. And we're going to enjoy a lap of honour now. And hey, Melbourne, you can warm those hands up.
And Linda Hayes, a big apology from me. I think I had the wrong jockey on the horse there, and my sincere apologies. Congratulations, Linda, of course, for riding Whiteacre Black Diamond, the reserve in 2022, the winner of the class in 2019. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that completes those very prestigious awards. But of course, our classes carry on here in the horse arena. Our next class in Ring 1 will be class 14.